This is my brand new 40-year-old tiny home on wheels, and despite it looking super cool and straight out of the 80s, there are several things that need to be upgraded. Starting off with this old AC here. It is just simply way too heavy, super outdated, and doesn't even run on 12-volt energy. So in this video, I'm gonna upgrade my 40-year-old AC to this brand new CountryMod super energy efficient 12-volt AC. So I've just gotten the CountryMod 12-volt AC unboxed here, and it looks like we have everything that we need to install this on my 40-year-old RV over there. It's nice that we got pretty long wires here. I think this will probably be the perfect length for installing it. And right out of the box, you could tell that the unit is pretty well built here. First thing I noticed is how modern this bezel is here compared to the old one in my RV. This one's going to be a huge upgrade. We got the temperature control module along with a remote control and mounting hardware. And I think it's also important to note that this is definitely not as heavy as the old one. I mean, I am not that strong, but I can pick this up by myself, no problem. First, we got to take off the old AC, and I've never done that before, so let's get on that because we do got to make room for the new one, and they should mount directly into the hole that's already up there. And we'll just jump up top to give you a quick look of the old one here. And I don't know if this came with the RV or someone replaced it, but this thing is old. I don't even know what's going on there. Bird nest or something. And yeah, this isn't even 12 volt, so I could only run this if the RV is plugged in, which I'm not a big fan of. I like off-grid systems, so I'm real happy to put a 12 volt one in there. And looking on inside, you can see what I'm talking about. That old bezel here, it's just super yellow and super outdated. I think that nice modern white one here will be more flush with the ceiling and give us a nice clean look overall. So the first thing I'm going to do here is just take off this cover and see what we're working with. Looks like we just got 2 screws here, and I'm just kind of bracing it with my head. Well, that worked. And yeah, this is what a 40-year-old RV AC cover looks like. So it looks like we got some mounting bolts here that need to be undone. And I don't even know where this electricity goes. I did disconnect the electricity. I'm just gonna go ahead and take out the 2 bolts here before I go up to the roof. I think it'll be easier to see what I'm working with. And wow, these bolts are really long. Okay, one done. Nice. Now we just gotta get that other one out. Okay, that was the final piece. So there's just one electrical wire here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut mine because I'm upgrading my system to 12 volt, and I'll figure out where this wire goes later. Boom. Awesome. Cool. This is what the inside of the old one looks like with all the parts sitting here. Now we gotta go ahead and go on top and disconnect everything from the top side to get this old one out of here. Okay, looks like we just got 4 on top here. They don't even feel like they're screwed down all the way. Oh, dude. So we got the cover off, and wow, this thing is ancient. Oh, I don't even know what's going on there. So I'm assuming that there's some kind of adhesive here, so I just got to break that free, and we should be able to pull this off the top. Awesome. This will be the perfect size for that new 12 volt AC we got over there. Now we just got to get this off the roof and get the other one up here. So I just lifted this off by myself, and that was super sketchy because this thing weighs about 10 stones here. I would definitely recommend doing this with 2 people for the old one, but I think the new modern CountryMod will just be fine with 1 person here. So let's go ahead and get the top cleaned up and get the new AC on there. Okay, before we go any further, we need to install some parts on the bottom of the AC here. Let's flip it over. Okay, first we gotta connect this outside duct to the unit itself. And we're gonna do that with 4 self-tapping screws here. Next up, we're threading our bolts onto the unit itself. There are 4 of them here. Now we need to disassemble the outer shell from the RV interior unit here. There appears to just be 6 screws in here. This should pop right out. Up next is connecting the inside duct to the distribution box frame. And we'll just line up the holes. Gonna go nice and slow, I don't want to strip anything. Okay, cool. Next up, we gotta jump up on the top and get this foam piece installed, as well as put the unit on top itself. Cool, we got that all in there, and I just slipped on this bracket here, and that kind of aligned everything with the 14 by 14 square hole here. Now we just gotta put washer and locking nuts onto here. And I just noticed these are way too long, so I'm gonna have to replace them with the smaller ones that actually came with the unit itself. Okay, we got the shorter ones installed, so let's go ahead and slip this back on. Perfect. Yeah, that's much better. And then we got a washer and a nut. Next up, we're installing the frame to the mounting bracket itself. Now, I do have an old RV, and I'm not sure how I want to wire this yet. I think I might do the roof again, I'm not sure. So you can pull out these power wires here, and you could run them along, you know, wherever you want. Maybe drill a hole in a cabinet, and you can get like a cover, you know, just to make it all clean and nice. So for now, I'm going to pull this to the side and bring these wires down into the control unit here as I attach this frame to the mount itself. So I'm just going to try to feed all these wires in through here. These are all for the unit and these are for the power, so we'll put those to the side. And then I will just line up the ducting holes there. So I guess what's left now is just to install this last piece here. And then we can plug in the control module and battery and we can have some AC. Awesome, we got all that plugged in and installed. So we just got this final piece here, which just slips right in. Boom. Oh, nice. Now, like I said, I'm just gonna plug in these wires like this for now. I want to get some initial tests, so I'm gonna get a 12-volt battery in here. Awesome, we got the 12-volt CountryMod AC all hooked up here. And I'm just running some tests. As you can see, I'm plugged into a 300 amp hour battery. And I do have the AC on pretty cool right now. And it's pulling about 18, 19 amps. And yeah, the air feels super cold. I think it's doing its job. I'm liking the way it's blowing out here. Essentially, this is... Well, let's turn it up more. Okay, so we can control the fan mode here. I just want to see how loud it goes. So that's why I turn the fan up. And yeah, that is not loud at all. It's similar to a rooftop fan on medium high, I would say, but this is on the highest level it can go. I mean, I don't even hear anything but just air blowing through, so that means it's doing its job and it doesn't bother me at all. And this is just so much cleaner than what it looked like before with that yucky yellow one there. I do need to clean this up a bit, maybe put it through there and run that channel over there. But for now, I want to run some tests. I need to take a look at my roof and see if I got to fix some things. So I'm just going to leave it like this for now. And the remote has so many options on here. It has eco, fan, different modes here. I really like that it has different display settings here. So I can just turn off the display if I want, turn it back on. Because LED lights sometimes are too bright at night, so I can just turn that off. Oh, what's really cool is that you could press the swing button, so those things will just move up and down to help with airflow and provide with different angles of air. And now I just want to turn the fan on fully and go up top and see how loud it is. And we'll just go ahead and take it off eco mode here and put it on cooling. And we'll just climb up top and see if we can hear how loud it is. And yeah, you can definitely tell it's on. I couldn't hear it from ground level, but up here you could definitely hear it. But you know, it doesn't sound too bad. It's just blowing air out, which is nice. So right now we're pulling out about 30 amps. So we were pulling out about 30 amps when the compressor was on and immediately dropped to like 5 to 7 when it turned off. Sounds like the compressor turned back on here, so we're jumping up in amps again. Let's kind of see where it levels off at. So it looks like we're leveling off here on 25 amps, 26 amps. Ooh, and yeah, I mean, it's not the hottest day, but this is definitely blowing out cold air here. But yeah, so far I'm really impressed with the unit. It is super cold. And it's my first time using a 12-volt AC, and it's actually surprisingly how much power it's not pulling out. Because we've been testing this thing for a while now. We've only dropped 5% on a 300 amp hour battery, which is pretty good. And I did get this AC off Amazon, so I'll leave the link in the description below. I think they're reasonably priced and the quality seems pretty great. The install was a lot easier than I expected. It was a little bit difficult getting the old AC off by myself. I definitely recommend having someone help you. But getting the new one on there was not that difficult at all. And as far as the mounting hardware, the screws, the mounting plate, all that was pretty simple because it is designed to fit in, you know, that standard RV 14 by 14, you know, square box that everything fits into. And yeah, I guess that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one.